You're not going to be able to see a lot of what I'm doing, but I hope that because I'm explaining it as I go, you will be able to get the idea. I take a regular Sharpie marker and my good pair of scissors. These are the Karen K. Buckley scissors that somebody gave me. And what I do is I lay this on top of my quilt frame like this. I roll it out just a little ways. I'm only going to be measuring half of the distance I need, or the length that I need, to make a total of 56 when I'm finished. So what I'm going to do is measure on the rail. I'm going to measure 28 inches over and just put a tiny dot of Sharpie there, just a speck, like one little blue freckle. And then I'm going down here and measuring from the end over to that same spot. And this is on the fold. So what I'm going to do now is open my clips and put a clip right at this spot of the halfway point. I'm going to use the roll of batting to make the right measurement. So I'm going to pull this out just a little more because I can see it's going to be hard to get to that exact point. And again, I try to make the roll at a right angle with the rails. I think I'm out of frame right now, but I straighten this out as straight as I can get it. And then I'm going to fold it so that I'm lining up this straight edge down here on my marker. And then I smooth this out as much as I can. My quilt frame does not allow me to reach all the way over there because it's too long. But you can see that this is a right angle on the fold, and this is straight. And I'm going to give this just an extra inch because this one edge did look a tiny bit crooked before I started cutting. Now, if this were the first time I was doing this, and what I would recommend to you is I would go to the top and I would measure to make sure I do have the 58 inches that I need. But since I'm sort of an old pro at this, I'm just lifting this layer up and I'm cutting about 1/4 inch away from where the top edge is laying on my batting. I'm lifting it up so that I don't inadvertently capture the edge of my leader, or sometimes I've already loaded my backing onto the frame and I certainly don't want to be cutting through that. So I just lift it up a little and it seems like it gives it a little more ease in cutting through the batting. Now I'm just going to go around the back of my quilt frame and come right in here, pull my curtain down while I come, which I do quite often, straighten up this top edge to make sure it is perfectly straight. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to finish cutting that little bit from this side. Again, I'm lifting it up as I go so that as I'm moving that roll of batting on top of my quilt frame, sometimes the leader will get stuck to that a little. And as you can see, this looks perfectly straight, and I'm hoping that it is. I will measure it in a moment and let you know. But I hope that's helpful. And then I'll just roll up the rest of this and put that clip back on the top to keep it nice and straight so it doesn't get stretched while it's leaning somewhere in my storage area here in my quilt room. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate every person who checks in and watches my videos. I hope you're learning things from them that are useful to you, because remember, you just need to do what makes you happy. If you have a better way or an old standby way that you use, that's fine. I just want to put out there what I'm doing because I've had the opportunity to teach quite a few people about quilting here in person, and some of them have suggested that I should start doing this, and so I am.